What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another run here on American Truck Simulator today with the 389, of course. And today's load is going to be a Krone hay baler. Now, those of you who are familiar with Farming Simulator, you know exactly what this thing does. It picks up grass or alfalfa, as well as the discharge out of combines and fields, and it compresses it down, ties it up, and makes hay bales, much like the ones you see over there in the cart that the guy's sitting on. So, today's load, tipping the scale at 35,273 pounds, heading up to Page, Arizona, and we are in Holbrook right now, so the trip is not going to be that long, 220 miles at 5 hours and 48 minutes, so fairly easy run here. Nothing too complicated except for where I'm going to be parking right there at HMS, which in my opinion has a smaller parking lot than those Walmart or Eddie's stores. This one's going to be tricky depending on where it wants me to drop that trailer. So let's do some less talking, some more driving, shall we? Now, I didn't show the backup part of this because, well, I'm sure you guys have seen that already, not just in my videos, I know you have, but in others, and it's still very tricky with this Peterbilt. Viper has an update ready, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but the way I understand it is the update is ready, but he's not going to release it until ATS releases the full version of 1.3 to the public. So off of beta and standard game version, then he will release his version, and everything should be right with the world again. But as you guys have seen, you know, it's difficult but not impossible to hook the Peterbilt up to a trailer here in 1.3. Just takes a little bit of patience, and you have to be pretty much spot on. Going down gravel roads, although I don't see the dust getting kicked up, but this is a gravel road. Now I'll wait until I get back out to the main road here before I start talking. I'll let you guys enjoy the sounds here of the Cummins 600. Alright. Off and running. Time to sit back and relax here in the seat, sitting low. The only way to go. So, check out the descriptions for any of the mods that you see here today. The Peterbilt 389 here by Viper version 2.0, found it in Steam Workshop, as well as the link is on my Google Doc spreadsheet that I have a link for in the description. Same for the Road Hunter trailer pack, which is what I am pulling today. Don't know what version this one is, but it is part of that trailer pack. And the N14 Cummins 600 engine sounds, also part of the engines and sound pack that you can find both in the spreadsheet Google Doc as well as the Steam Workshop. So, some of you guys might have seen the multiplayer here that I did back on Sunday, last Sunday actually, and with Trayscapes Trucking, and I had fun with those guys. In fact, since then too, a couple of times I have been on an ATSMP. I've bumped into a couple of them, Grizzly as well as Tiz, and Grizzly already had plans, but Tiz ended up joining us for a little bit, and it's great having him around. He's a good guy, good driver, and Trey was not able to join in the convoy when I was with his guys, and he was on a family vacation, and he's messaged me, you know, asking this, you know, hey, let's do this again. I'd like to have the pleasure of having you in the convoy. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm game for that. So we are trying to hammer out a time on when we can go ahead and get together and do this. Unfortunately, this past Friday I was not able to join in. Had a prior commitment with the wife, and so wasn't able to take part in that convoy that they had going on, but hopefully soon we can get something together here so I can join the Trayscapes guys. I keep on calling it Scapes, but it's just Trayscape. Trayscape guys for another run. It's not something I think I'm going to broadcast live stream. It's something that we'll do online. I'll record and upload at a later time. Oh, that's why. Accidentally put it in first there. There's a goof. Trying to have as few as I can here. So, good group of guys. If you guys haven't checked out the channel, do so, please. I mean, if you, they're not jokers. They're not goofs or anything like that. They're serious guys, and you know, they keep themselves in check, and they're just here to do what pretty much all of us are here to do, and that's to drive and enjoy the game. And they do that, and they do it very well. And they're also looking for drivers as well, so if you're someone that thinks that you might want to join a company and, you know, team up with them on the multiplayer side and, you know, have basically people to roll with all the time, you know, go ahead and give them a holler. And you know, I believe you test out, you try out, you know, they just don't hire anyone on. So you roll with them for a little bit, and they do have rules and regulations on what has to be what. I believe you have to drive a W900, and your layout, your color scheme has to be certain colors as well. I think it's green and black, but you know, check out their website as well as their YouTube channel here. I'll have both of those in the description, and that way you guys will know what's what. But they're a good group of guys, and I look forward to driving with them again. The offer was even extended to me to join their group, and like, no, you know, thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm content being an independent contractor. So look, hopefully we get that done and you guys can see that video here in the next week or so. And I also had one of my followers here. He sent me a photo. I believe it's still up at Casketman20 on Facebook, and it was a driving seat that he had made up a while back for iRacing, if I remember right. Very nice piece of work, making it out of wood, and inverting the pedals so they're hanging from the top down instead of sitting on the floor. And it's actually something I have been wanting to do for a few months now. But, you know, for those who are married or own a home, you know, the project list of things to do around the house, building a racing / driving or trucking cockpit is probably not going to be too high up on there. And even for me, I have my computer desk higher than the driving cockpit, and above that is my studio. So I don't have to do this in the living room anymore, and you guys don't have to hear my dog's collar and his tags clink all over the place. One of these days I want to put a photo of Charlie up. Charlie is my, he's 6.5 now. 6.5 or 7. Boxer Lab. Goofiest, lovable dog. So, but yeah, back to the home projects part. You know, for me, I've got a couple other things to do with the house first before I am able to do any of my own pet projects, the studio, the desk, as well, and then the driving seat. But eventually, hopefully soon. So hopefully, you know, in the near future, not 5 years from now or something, you know, and within the next year I can start working on all that, but they're not going to be cheap, I can tell you that much right now. I mean, the studio, not a real big deal. It's going to be downstairs in the basement. All I have to do is finishing it off, you know, so that's just basically putting some soundproofing down there, putting up a couple of walls, because there's already a divider wall I can use. So, not as bad, you know, not as desolate as other basements might be, or, you know, condition-wise, you know, a basement doesn't really flood unless the sump pump doesn't work, stuff like that. So everything's good. But the desk is going to have possibly 2 computers. One is for the gaming, and the other one is going to be for rendering. For anyone that has rendered videos, you understand what I'm talking about. Rendering pretty much makes it so you can't do anything with your computer because it's using up everything on your computer. So that's kind of, you know, a kick in the balls for me. I like to still do stuff. I don't want to have my computer basically be useless. I mean, I can still go around on the internet and check out Facebook, things like that, but as far as watching any videos, probably not a good idea. In fact, it does seem to lag a little bit. Playing games, yeah, I can still play games, but the render time, say if it's 2 hours, will basically double, if not triple. So having a separate computer just for rendering is something I am really considering. And then on top of that, even if I do my driving seats, that's going to take another computer as well. Unless I find a way to run all the peripherals however far I need to go. You know, 15 feet away or something like that, which is going to kind of suck. And speaking of sucking, guess where they want me to park this thing? All the way over there in the corner. So turn the engine brake off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to back it up into that gap over there first. What else? What do we got here? We're right next to the building. Okay. So I'm going to try to back it up into that gap. That way I can pull out and try to get this thing turned around. Oh, this will be interesting. Alright, what am I snagged down here? The pipe. Swing around more. I want to try to keep this as close to the building as I can, because if I go too far out by the fence, I'm really not going to have any space to swing the truck around, so... hopefully that trailer can work its way back in a little bit, which it's doing now. What? I guess the clutch needs just a little bit more work. Viola. Time to unhook it and call it a done day. Alright guys, so there you have it. The run went better than I could have hoped or planned, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and hopefully you come back for more. Don't forget, live stream Wednesday, ATSMP, meeting spots at the truck stop off of Route 99 in Fresno. And I will do what I can to try to have a destination selected before then. So you guys can check my Twitter, CasketMan20, or Facebook, CasketMan20, and I will have that all set up and up there for you guys Wednesday morning. Maybe I'll even try to put out a quick 2-minute video letting you guys know if you're going to be joining us, this is where you need to be, this is what you need to have, and this is where we're going. So maybe you guys can have your loads ready by that point. We'll see. Still working it all out. But until then, thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, thanks for the love. Hopefully you enjoyed. Take it easy.